I got the engine on the engine stand. Gonna try to take it apart and see how hard is it gonna be to take it apart and put it back together without spending a lot of time and money on stuff. This has a, well, it had a good block and head, but the side engine mount broke off, and the engine mount is right on this side panel. Then this bolt right here broke off. It's also part of the side panel. The water pump pulley is bent, or the water pump itself, not sure which one's bent. And there's also, this is broken off, but this is for the intake manifold, which is not a big deal because you got a bolt right there, and I think this one, so there's enough bolts to go around to lock it in. And the injectors are busted, so I'm gonna try to see if I could remove all this with ease or a lot of pressure. So if it's gonna be coming out easy, I'll just rebuild this one. If it's gonna give me complication, I'll just go pick another motor up or use the other good motor that I have, but that one has about 137,000 miles on it, about 50,000 more than the car has itself. So we'll see. Oh, got a nice weather today. It's supposed to be snow, but it's more of a ice pellets. Started a few snow flurries and then started ice pellets. So it kind of sucks working outside, but I'm in the garage, and we'll see what we can do with this. First, let's get some of the wiring off so it won't be in the way. So the covers are off, and these things are a little bit rusty. Not sure if they're any good now. Usually they're supposed to be nice and shiny, and with them being rusty, they'll start eating up the, I don't know what they're called, the things on the bottom, those little caps for the valves. I was hoping to take off everything all in one piece, all this assembled, but the bolts for the heads are right in there. So I gotta take the camshafts out, and this is the first time ever I'm doing a teardown with a timing chain. All my teardowns were push rods, a Hemi and a Chevy, I think. Actually, not Chrysler, or Dodge 3.6 or 3.8 with a push rod. So yeah, I don't know, we'll see. And the water pump, it's questionable. Might be good, might be not, but if so, I'll have to be replaced. And I don't know how the rest of the stuff is. Some of the stuff will clean up when the oil gets in it, and just with time it'll clean up and be good. But these things, I don't know. We'll have to check with some guys and see if it's any good, or actually, but then those should be good on the other block, so no, I'll just tear it down and mark the spots. Gonna mark everything, make sure everything still stays the same once I put it together. Here's the main reason I took the engine apart, for this piece of plastic. This one got just some of the burned off stuff on it, nothing big deal. This one is the one that was stuck open because of that little plastic stuck in the valve. This one, just dirty, that's it. See, they looked, actually this one has the you can't see it. It has a little kind of pallets in the back, kind of similar to this right here, which looks pretty decent, but this is off. It hit the the bolts, everything looks straight, but this is bent. Weird, but we'll see. I'll vacuum this out and turn it and see how good it turns over. So I did few spins on the motor. Everything seems to be good, but there's a little scratch right there. Just noticed it. It might be, it seems good, but who knows. And this right there, this piece is bent out of shape. It's the guide for there. like just like this, and I can't figure out why it got, or how it got bent like that, since everything was sitting straight on perfect. But that's the least of the worries. One thing I noticed is, well, this is also, that's no big deal, but I saw a little tiny gap right there, and kind of right there, and then when I start looking through here, I'm not sure if you could see right there, that little kind of yellowish, that's a hole. You could, so that right there, the little yellowish, and that's a hole. So it's not sitting all the way in. And also this one right there, you can see that little tiny white speck, that's also a hole. Same thing on almost all of them, they have a little speck of holes in it. From what I know, it should be sitting flush. See, like all of them, they have a little bit of gap, tiny little gaps. This one seems to be good. This one, I think, is the one this one has a tiny bit gap in the back, but I don't like it, since it has to be flush. And trying to do a weld job right now, it doesn't make any logical sense, because it's gonna be more money, time consuming than the motor's worth. You could pick these up for $350 from a junkyard every day, so it's just gonna have a little bit more miles on it. So what's good on this motor? Just parts, whatever you need, just parts. That's it. It just, time-wise, money-wise, it doesn't make any sense to start rebuilding it. So I might just end up getting using my other motor that's with 137,000 or so miles on it, or just going to a junkyard, finding one with lower miles for like $350 and be done with it. But unfortunately, I hope there would be better news on this, but it just time and money that wise doesn't make any sense. So I'm gonna put it back together, kinda, and have the rest of the day off for enjoy the weather. It's supposed to be snow, but it's snow, rain, sleet, kinda snow pellets, kinda everything except nice fluffy snow. The ground is more wet than snowy, and it's like 30 degrees right now. I got the engine reassembled, kind of roughly, so 1,500 of pieces laying around, and that's it with this engine. I'm gonna go on a pile for parts if we need something like the camshaft sensor or the coil, or I don't know, maybe something else. Somehow I'll need something, but yeah, that's it. Its life is at the end. Thanks for watching. Till next one.